idiots.
Why did she look at us?
But I refuse to stoop to the level of the stupids. I won't do it. I will continue to raise the bar, which is why tonight
She told me she had a surprise for me
I will
tonight.
showcase the Classmaster.
Oh, she's
in
gonna
WoW's
showcase her.
first ever superior match.
Superior match.
And for all of you stupids who can't understand what that means, let me explain it slowly. The Classmaster is better than you. And I will prove it by showing that she can defeat not one, not two, but 3 competitors at the same time.
No way.
Same time.
She said the same time, though, David.
Same time.
Well, that's quite a claim.
What does that mean, same time? Is this the surprise you told me about, Samantha Smart?
No, I did not say a title match. Shut up! Shut up!
It's not
This
a title
is
match.
a showcase of superiority.
It's a superior
Now, where
match.
did that Katie Marie Jones go?
Here's
Do
Katie Marie.
your job.
Introducing the opponents for this 3-on-1 superior match. From the beaches of Santa Monica, Sydney, Australia, and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, it's Brittany Bay, Crystal Waters, and Sandy Shore. Spring Break 24/7.
Well, Samantha Smart making the challenge, claiming that the Classmaster can take on all 3 members of Spring Break 24/7, David.
Santa Monica, baby. And that's where they love to go on weekends in LA. Spring break, always hanging out on the pier. And they live that big roller coaster on Santa Monica Pier. But this is a superior match. All 3. Now hold it, I got a question.
Hold it. This is a non-title match, right, Samantha? Non-title match, right? Yes, non-title, because obviously, if one of them was able to pin the Classmaster, they would become the singles champion of the world.
Those aren't the rules, McLean. Did I stutter? I said this is a showcase of superiority.
No title match.
No title match, 3 against 1, Van.
Sure, I'll hang it. I won't let David touch it. That's orders from Samantha Smart, David. This is a superior match, David, not a WoW World Championship match. And Samantha Smart made sure to tell us that more than one time now, as the Classmaster confident in her skills, but not going to put up the championship, David, unless she has to. You know, she's invoked that defense clause a couple of times here in WoW.
Well, this is the 6'2" world champion of WoW in here against Spring Break. And Spring Break is going one at a time against the Classmaster, who stands mightily.
Whoa.
But now they're all teaming up on the giant of the ring.
A little teamwork can make the dream work, but wow, the power, the size, and the intensity of the WoW World Champion, sending down all 3 members of Spring Break 24/7. Absolutely incredible now.
This is 1-on-3 if you're just joining us for WoW right now. In the ring, the champion of WoW. She's in there against Spring Break, the members of Spring Break.
Samantha Smart issuing this challenge, of course, for her client, the Classmaster. And David, we saw it at the top of the hour, but Miami Sweet Heat going to be taking on Tormenta and Princess Aussie in tonight's main event. The winner of that matchup, David, will get a shot per your stipulation at the WoW World Tag Team Champions. And now as the Classmaster stacks up Crystal Waters and Sandy Shore. What a splash in the corner. And now just sending Brittany Bay in.
Brittany Bay, Sandy Shore, Crystal Waters, all 3 of them are in trouble, as indeed the superiority of the Classmaster is shining. And Samantha Smart's on the outside telling the crowd they're a bunch of losers.
Crossbody by Brittany Bay, and now Crystal Waters knocked down by Brittany Bay's own feet. She's been using Brittany Bay, the Classmaster has, as a weapon in this matchup against her own partners, Crystal Waters and Sandy Shore. The Classmaster feeling as confident as ever, David.
What Spring Break needs to do is take the legs out of the Classmaster. Two go down low, another one go up high. Then they've got to leverage their feet against the ropes and hold her for a pin and upset the antics of Samantha Smart.
Well, David, let's not forget next week here on WOW, the triple threat matchup, and that matchup will determine who the next challenger is for the WOW World Championship now, as Sandy Shore goes for the crucifix pin. Crystal Waters in to try to help her partner, and 2 boots for both Waters and Brittany Bay. And now Sandy Shore up on the shoulders of the Classmaster with the wasteland. And now Classmaster just stacking up the bodies of Spring Break 24/7. Has all 3 members pinned, and this thing is over.
The winner, your WOW World Champion, the Classmaster.
The Classmaster sending...
Introducing first, accompanied by Adriana Gambino and Reina Del Rey from New Orleans, Louisiana, and San Antonio, Texas, it's BK Rhythm and Gigi Gianni, the Brat Pack.
The muscle, Reina Del Rey and Adriana Gambino, the leader of the alliance, making their way out here with the Brat Pack. Of course, the Brat Pack, another team I'm sure that would love an opportunity at the WOW World Tag Team Champions, Holly Swag and Penelope Pink now, as BK Rhythm and Gigi Gianni get in the ring. We are being joined here, myself and David McLean, by Adriana Gambino. David, welcome.
Wow.
Adriana Gambino strutting down in her Gucci's, I noticed tonight, girl.
Los Angeles, California, Pizza Rush and Sugar.
Sugar stepping in tonight because Spice has been enjoying herself with her family now with that great graduation from school that her family is so proud about.
That's right, she got 2 bachelor degrees and she's been celebrating with her family. Sugar, as of late, tagging up with Keita Rush, and what a team they have made, trying to make an impact as well as all these tag teams in our ever-growing tag team division here on WOW. Sugar and Keita Rush thinking better of it than to go the direction of Reina Del Rey.
Listen, all this talk about school, pish posh. I learned everything I knew from my family in the streets, okay? You're not gonna learn anything from school. You know, to be smart, you gotta be street smart. Look at Reina Del Rey. I took her off the streets and she's all muscle.
She's all mouth.
I'm ready for this.
Aw, Keita, looks like you're missing your other helping hand. Now without a little spice, you guys are looking a little bland. And now that you're gonna come down from this sugar rush, because when you step to us, you get crushed.
Adriana, how are your rapping skills?
Oh, not great at all, David. Not great at all. I don't rap.
Doesn't rap, you know, David?
Well, she's hoping her team here will put the raps to Keita Rush and Sugar.
Keita Rush starting things off with a hammerlock, and Gigi Gianni reverses into a side headlock in this matchup. Adriana, I know, of course, the Brat Pack will be watching that #1 contendership matchup to determine the new #1 contenders for the WOW World Tag Team Champions tonight between Miami Sweetie, Tormenta, and Princess Aussie. Does it matter to you who wins that matchup to challenge the champions or who the champions might be?
Well, from experience, Nigel, I've actually beaten Princess Aussie, so I think that would be a safer bet.
Interesting.
So you're cheering for Tormenta and Princess Aussie.
Yeah, I think if they win, then my team has a better shot because, you know, I won, we're all team. They could beat her.
Interesting strategy now as Sugar in for her team on Gigi Gianni, hooking up the fashionista, but Gianni able to counter, cut off, and now placing very hard in the corner. Sugar, but Sugar moves out of the way. And now, looking for the Casador arm drag, and it connects to BK Rhythm. Sugar fired up now with the head scissors to BK Rhythm. BK Rhythm doesn't know where she's at now. Side headlock takeover by Sugar.
Sugar's mentor, Jesse Hernandez, watching on with fine interest in this match. But Jesse Hernandez misses. So Sugar now taken off its balance by the knee of BK Rhythm.
Oh, that was beautiful.
My goodness, picking her up in the gut wrench position and just slamming the midsection of Sugar right across the knee.
Look at that
And
teamwork.
BK Rhythm and Gigi Gianni. My goodness, you said it, Adriana Gambino. What a series of moves. What great teamwork between Gianni and BK Rhythm and David. I think the experience of tagging together between BK and Gigi is certainly helping them in this matchup. They just have a little more experience as a team.
Absolutely. That's why they've been great for the Alliance. Everyone now is starting to pull their weight. Everyone are equals.
The album cover by the Alliance and the Brat Pack, if you will, on the outside of the ring. Now the double knees to the back of the neck of Sugar, but Keita Rush, the bully buster, in to break it up.
She can't do that. Get out of there.
Gigi Gianni rushed Keita Rush, but look what happened when she did it, Nigel.
Inside cradle from Sugar, but Gianni kicks out and sends a boot right into the midsection of Sugar. Sugar, though, fighting her way out with a unique version of the arm drag now as Keita Rush to the canvas, and Keita Rush doing her best to walk out of this matchup the victor along with her partner, Sugar. Keita Rush now with the head scissors to BK Rhythm. And now the sling blade. Keita Rush capitalizing on the momentum. Can she have it in Gigi Gianni? And to break up the count.
Sugar trying to come in to get Gigi Gianni out of the way. Two knees to the midsection to BK Rhythm.
And now, Sugar using her own partner, sending her into the corner, but BK Rhythm able to counter.
Keita taken out of the action by BK Rhythm, who quickly jammed Sugar into the top turnbuckle on her side. Reina Del Rey on the outside, Adriana Gambino gleaming as she's watching this action unfold in the ring.
Oh, beautiful.
And Gigi Gianni, BK Rhythm, just too much for the team of Sugar and Keita Rush.
The winner, the Brat Pack.
What a victory for the Brat Pack. Adriana Gambino was celebrating here at the broadcast table, and now she and the muscle, Reina Del Rey, entering the ring, and they've got the microphone, David.
Introducing first, from Shama, New Mexico, Sylvia Sanchez.
La Bandita, baby.
That's right, the former client of Sofia Lopez going solo as of late. Although she's had some tag team partners, I think Sylvia Sanchez might be more comfortable at this juncture as a singles competitor, and this matchup will certainly be quite the challenge. Sylvia Sanchez, a decorated wrestler, taking on Kara Kai, who we have seen in action as of late, taking on Top Tier, along with her partner, of course, Tara Strike, Ashley Blaze, but we'll get to that in a second.
And her opponent, from Toronto, Canada, Kara Kai.
As I was mentioning, David, Kara Kai has had her fair share of issues with top tier. Well, tonight, she doesn't have to deal with Campanelli brush or glitter, but she will have her hands full in this matchup with Sylvia Sanchez, David. What an addition of wow we have had, and there's still so much more.
Well, when you juxtapose these two competitors, one thing quickly comes to mind. Both came to WOW as tag team competitors, and both have had their tag team status pulled apart for various reasons.
Sylvia Sanchez with the waistlock takedown on Kara Kai, front face lock, although Kara Kai has tons of experience in catch wrestling. Of course, we've mentioned that before here on the program now, sending Sylvia Sanchez down across the ring with the head scissors and Kara Kai. So rocket quick, and now being dumped to the canvas by Sanchez, who lost the grip on that hold, able to get a 1 count, but successfully slowing down the speed of Kara Kai. You have to think in the back of her mind, though, she's always thinking about top tier. Two of her partners, Tara Strike and Ashley Blaze, just brutally injured at the hands of top tier, David, who, as I understand, Coach Campanelli will be in action next week here on WOW. But right now, wow, what a baseball slide drop kick to the side of the face of Kara Kai from Sylvia Sanchez.
If any fan ever gets to meet a professional wrestler in the airport or anywhere and they've got their bags, ask them to pull out their boots and feel the sole of the professional wrestling boot and just rub it against your face. Can you imagine having that coming at the velocity and force to which Sanchez just delivered that to Kara Kai?
My, how about the velocity and force behind that senton splash? Kara Kai kicking out. David, you got a great point. You know, those boots can really just break your nose, possibly injure your orbital bone, breaking it. It's a really dangerous sport, is professional wrestling. There is no doubt about it. And the world-traveled Kara Kai now locked up by Sylvia Sanchez in the middle of the ring. Interesting gameplay here by Sylvia Sanchez, who knows that Kara Kai not only has professional wrestling experience, but also catch wrestling as well. Now, going for the cover on Kara Kai. Sylvia Sanchez certainly has developed a bit of an attitude streak as of late, as once again she goes for the cover, and once again Kara Kai kicks out.
She went right into the midsection of Kara Kai. Many times opponents go right across the chest, but Sanchez wanting to take the wind out of Kara Kai. Nice slap across the chest.
If you do that, you take out that lightning fast offense from Kara Kai, and now Sylvia Sanchez looking to take things upstairs.
And that speed is what's Kara Kai's advantage typically.
That's right. If you've ever seen her in action, those feet can just fly at such speed. It's so impressive. Now as Kai off the ropes, Sylvia Sanchez able to counter somewhat, get a scoop slam, but she wasn't able to get all of it on Kara Kai with Sanchez.
Uh-oh, look at this, Nigel. Going for a submission, Sylvia Sanchez.
Sylvia Sanchez with a modified style cloverleaf submission hold.
Kara Kai
Kai
just struggling to get to the ropes, but I think she's way too far. She lucked out in the fact that Sylvia Sanchez released the legs and went for that front face chin lock. And now releasing that and bridging back on that arm,
My
Nigel.
goodness, Kara Kai in a world of pain now, though. And now Sylvia Sanchez trying to roll over Kara Kai. Kai countered it again. That's where that catch wrestling can really come into play, David.
The arm being pulled back now for good measure, an elbow into the midsection.
You want to talk about cracking body parts with boots, those elbows right into that abdominal section where those ribs sit, David, that can cause a lot of damage too. And really, there's not much you can do for a broken rib.
No. And your breathing is cut off.
No
It
doubt
hurt.
about that.
Kai kicking her way back into the match.
There's that nice scorpion-like kick from Kara Kai, who sends Sylvia Sanchez down to the canvas 2 times in a row now. And Kara Kai sending this one to her friend, tag team partner, I'm sure, Ashley Blaisdell, with the Northern Light suplex, and Tara Strike, who I'm sure are watching at home this matchup and cheering on Kara Kai, David.
Kara Kai almost scored that pinfall, and there's the boot delivered by Sanchez, who's a technician in the ring. She's proved it tonight under extreme circumstances here.
I'm very impressed tonight by Sylvia Sanchez and this matchup with Kara Kai. Sylvia Sanchez, though, reversal by Kara Kai.
She hit her head on the mat.
Right,
she hit her head on the mat.
And that's it, David, the hook of the leg. Kara Kai wins this matchup.
Kara Kai, the winner tonight. And if we see a replay of this action, here we see.
Introducing first, from the Magic City, lovely Lori and luscious Lindsay Carlson, Miami Sweet.
Well, I tell you what, neither one of these teams had kind words to say about each other, David, but I can't imagine both of these teams, as you see Miami Sweet Heat making their way to the ring first for this main event matchup, has had several battles with Tormenta and Princess Aussie. Both teams claiming that they should be next in line for that WOW World Tag Team Championship match. Well, David, you set this match up just last week, and now we're gonna find out exactly who will be challenging Pink and Swag next.
Let's settle the score. Let's put them in the ring, and let's find out which tag team deserves to go for those tag team titles.
And their opponents from Guadalajara, Mexico, and the beautiful land down under, it's Tormenta and Princess Aussie.
All 4 of these competitors, celebrated champions, of course. Tormenta has had that Mexican championship. Princess Aussie, a former WOW World Champion, and of course their opponents, Miami Sweet Heat, former 4-time World Tag Team Champions. Their stablemates, Holly Swag and Penelope Pink of the Fab Four now currently hold those championships, and we will see a civil war, if you will, within the Fab Four if they are able to win this matchup. However, Tormenta and Princess Aussie are quite the challenge. They too were in that fatal 4-way match, and they too lost it without being pinned. Well, now they have an opportunity to get a tag team match with the WOW World Champions if they can knock off Sweet Heat in tonight's main event.
Nigel, you were right on. I watched the focus of Lindsay and Lori, who are yakking to us right now. And their eyes aren't on what they should be, which is their competitors.
Well, they're complaining that this is the 4th time that they've had to face Princess Aussie and Tormenta, but they should have been more focused on their opponents and less focused on running their mouth, because the time for talking, David, is over. It's main event time here on WOW.
And the Carlson twins are on the outside of the ring trying to regroup. And they are immediately taken off their game by Tormenta and Aussie, the two that became friends over bonding with Sophia Lopez's announcement of her challenging and beating cancer.
And luscious Lindsay just missing that drop kick attempt.
Now that's how you do a drop kick. Lori got up high and put those boots right into the chest of Princess Aussie. Great execution by Lori Carlson on that drop kick.
Lori Carlson sending Tormenta into the ropes. Tormenta able to catapult herself over the rope, and now cutting off lovely Lori, who I guess was going for a shoulder in the midsection, but Tormenta using lovely Lori's back to float over into the ring, and what an arm drag. Tormenta up on her feet, and now lovely Lori tagging into her twin sister, Lindsay Carlson, as Princess Aussie comes in for her team. Again, fans, this is for the shot at the WOW World Tag Team Champions. Holly Swag and Penelope Pink now. Cradle pin by Princess Aussie. Referee Jeff McGowan checking the shoulders. The action so fast-paced now. Princess Aussie going for a sunset flip crucifix pin. And Luscious Lindsay kicks out at 2.
You're watching this match to determine who goes up for the tag team championship next. But also I want to remind you next week, we're going to have 3 competitors in the ring trying to determine who goes for the singles championship. Winning our next week episode, we'll have Santana Garrett Genesis and Abilene's Viola, the Colombian Goat, and they're competing. The winner of that will go for the singles title. The winner of this tag team match will go for tag team champ status. Lindsay giving the boots to Princess Aussie, and this isn't feeling like a day at the beach in the Australian outback, baby.
No, it's not, David. In fact, quite the opposite now as the luscious one, the very powerful Lindsay Carlson now just ramming the back of Princess Aussie. The Oklahoma Stampede, and now the slam as lovely Lori Carlson with the blind tag to her sister now picking up.
I didn't even see the tag. I didn't even see it. Well, you said blind tag. Is that what that meant? Blind tag means it's invisible.
Well, it means that the other opponent doesn't see it, but referee Jeff McGowan did. Otherwise, he would have kicked lovely Lori out of the ring. David, maybe you need to wear glasses out here.
Well, I have them here, Nigel, but they're just for reading. I thought my faraway vision was perfect. Now, there's a tag on the back, unorthodox.
Blind tag, though, another one. Once again to the back of Luscious Lindsay. David, you know they get them in as often as they can.
It comes so fast, I can't see it.
And now that's an issue for Princess Aussie and Tormenta, as now Luscious Lindsay just arguing with the senior official, Jeff McGowan. And I guarantee you, Jeff McGowan is not sending Christmas cards to any of these tag teams this year.
No, well, I didn't get one from him either. Here we go. Lori and Lindsay showing why they have been and are the 4-time tag team champions. Oh, wow. Tormenta taken right off of her feet by lovely Lori. Princess Aussie slowly getting to her feet. She goes to the ropes, but Lori takes advantage of it, twisting that left arm of the Aussie. And now Lindsay snapping the neck across the second rope and pulling on the right arm.
And if we've seen this once, we've seen it a million times. Lovely Lori distracting Tormenta, and Luscious Lindsay taking advantage of it on the outside. Princess Aussie, the victim, and now senior official Jeff McGowan catching Luscious Lindsay, but didn't see the majority of that beatdown. And now Princess Aussie fighting her way back up in this matchup. Forearm shot knocks the Luscious one off the apron, but lovely Lori catches Princess Aussie and keeps her in the corner, David.
The Carlson twins are some of the best tag team experts. They know how to cut off the center of the ring. They're experts on it. Of course, why not? They've got that wrestling ring down in Florida right in their backyard, Nigel.
They sure do, David, and now they're using some of that experience, sending Princess Aussie down with a series of forearm shots, and now the Luscious one with the leg lariat to Princess Aussie. Referee Jeff McGowan making the count, checking the shoulders. Princess Aussie kicks out, powers out at 2.
Aussie's in the wrong corner, though, fans. Again, just imagine a line has been drawn across the center of the ring.
Princess Aussie with the schoolgirl roll-up to Lindsay Carlson. And Lindsay Carlson, though, quick back up on her feet and just throws the former WOW World Champion.
And where did she throw her? In
right
what direction?
Into the corner of Miami Sweet Heat, right to her twin sister, lovely Lori. But David, you don't become the most decorated tag team in WOW history by not having strategy. And now,
other tag teams should be taking notes on this. I'm sure Adriana Gambino's watching because she'd love the Brat Pack to be into the hunt for the tag team championship titles.
Super kick to Luscious Lindsay, and now lovely Lori in for Miami Sweetie. Tormenta in for her team, and Tormenta electrifying as always. Forearm shots to the lovely one, and things are picking up, David.
Look at the power, look at the force, look at the strength, look at the velocity. Holy smokes,
goodness, and lovely Lori's got to be in a world of pain now. Going for that boot. But
Oh, boy!
Tormenta.
Look at the expertise. Look at the skill set. Tormenta almost scored the pin right there.
Luscious Lindsay in to break up the pinfall attempt by Tormenta now. Step up Inseguri, doesn't hit the back of the head, but nails Luscious Lindsay in the lower
Look
back.
at that, Nigel. She's limping a little. The left foot, I think, or the left ankle, or Tormenta. She's shaking it off, but you saw it there for a second. If the Carlson twins could have caught that, they might be. What's this? What the heck's happening? Look who's skipping out here.
DDT.
Look who's skipping out. Holly Swag and the fabulous Lana Star. What the heck are they coming to ringside for?
Holly Swag, one half of the WOW World Tag Team Champions who pinned lovely Lori in that fatal
You're right.
four-way matchup.
Where's Penelope Pink? She's not here.
Well, you know, Penelope Pink is all about herself, David. She's nowhere to be seen out here, probably catching up on the latest Vanity Fair magazine, but now we see Luscious Lindsay and lovely Lori setting up for the Fab Jab.
What's this?
Holly Swag
Lori's
trying to
going
get the sock
top,
of rocks.
and Holly Swag is giving the sock of rocks. Oh, no! Princess Aussie able to get out of the way. Whatever Holly Swag was doing has backfired. Or maybe they were in on it with Princess Aussie. I don't know.
The
Holy
cutter,
smokes!
the cutter from Princess Aussie after the sock of rocks, inadvertently hitting her twin sister, Luscious Lindsay, and Sweet Heat goes down. Tormenta and Princess Aussie go up for the WOW World Tag Team Championship #1 contendership.
Your winners, Princess Aussie and Tormenta.
Holly Swag and Lana Star out to help Miami Sweet Heat, David, at a moment that I really didn't think they needed. And